Thanks, Abbas. Thanks. He actually made my life a lot simpler. Otherwise, I was going to do something crazy like this. But anyway, so in next 1 hour, I'm going to talk about Google+. So all of you have at least heard of Google+, no matter you use them or not. So how many of you are on Google+? Wow, I'm impressed. Well, and what do you use it for, mostly, if I may ask? Hangouts? Okay, so you already know. Anything else? Pages? Okay. So how many of you here own businesses? Okay, so Google Plus has two dimensions to it. One is it being a kind of a platform where you can interact with friends, and the second importance is for businesses. So what we are going to cover today is how can you leverage Google Plus for your businesses. However, your businesses are not without consumers, right? So if there is consumer, then you got to be there. So that's what we will cover in the next 1 hour. So through the morning, you heard a lot of things, right? Businesses are getting online, and India is getting online, 35 million businesses out there and all. So I came across this interesting site when I was browsing. I was actually looking for a laundry service. And so this is what I came across, a new service in Gurgaon. It's actually a Dhobi Ghat, in the sense a traditional launderer who has opened up his website. I was really, really surprised to see the savviness of this guy and kind of thinking in this direction. So no matter where you are, what business you are, so from the morning we have been reconfirming it that an online presence is a must for you. And why is it so? Because your consumers are getting online. So this is how it looks like. I mean, you go to a rural village, and when he asked about what's the difference between Hyderabad and Bhubaneswar, probably I used to think that Bhubaneswar is not that tech savvy or not that advanced as other metros, including Hyderabad. But I had a vacation like for the last 5-6 days in Bhubaneswar. The way I saw people using this now, on the mobile, in Bhubaneswar also people are now searching for a restaurant. And if you count in Bhubaneswar, you'll have hardly 200, 250 restaurants. But it's a pattern, it's a usage behavior which is kind of getting into the Indian culture now, and it will become an integral part of your consumer's life. And not only they're getting online, they're getting increasingly social. So we kind of did a small survey on why the consumers are coming social. So 61% they come social to get feedback from other internet users. Actually, 9 out of 10 users talk about brands over internet. So that's where if you are in a business, it really kind of concerns you because you are being talked about. So gone are those days where you had one television TV and one Doordarshan. I know that 7-colored line which used to come from 4 o'clock till 7 in the evening, then from 7 to 10 you have programs, and within that you have advertisements. So the whole family would be sitting in front of that idiot box and kind of watching those ads, no matter whether you want to watch for or not, because you don't want to miss the start of the next session. But now you have IPTV, now you have YouTube, you can kind of, even if you miss something, you can go back and watch it anytime. So markets are now becoming conversations, and brands are an integral part of it. Whether you like it or not, as I said, 9 out of 10 customers discuss brands over internet. And then 66% they come social to get info about common topics of interest. It could be photography, it could be travel, it could be anything. 66% to be visible and noticed to be popular, 73% to publish their ideas and views to the world. This is very critical. Now, everyone wants to be a content creator, and you don't just want to consume whatever is coming to you, but at the same time, there is an urge to kind of create content to be popular. So actually, if you see 40% of the internet users today blog, and that's a very interesting phenomena, because you are not only consuming content, you are also being a part of that ecosystem where you are increasing that content base. And that's when Google comes into play, because the more and more users are online, the more and more businesses are online, the more and more information they will float in. And as a user, then it becomes very critical for you to find relevant information, right? You don't want to be bombarded with like a whole host of information which is completely useless for you. So that's why we say Google, we are in a connection business. And our job is to kind of organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful for you. So no matter what we do in Google, the user is always the centerpiece of attraction, concern, or all our effort, you can say. We will never do anything which compromises a user's experience. So that's where a lot has been talked about Google+. So it has been compared with many other social media platforms and all. So however, we always say that Google+ is the social spine of Google that kind of underpins and strengthens all Google products for you and makes the web better for you. Google+ is never a to-be destination platform. We don't want it to be. We don't want you to go there and interact and say hi, hello, and do frivolous conversation. We want you to have a holistic experience, and Google+ is what ties all of it. And with that, I will just play a video to show what Google+ can do for you as a user.
Da 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 da. The world in front of me watches it unfold so beautifully, fitting all the pieces perfectly.
Well, so this was, as a user, what you can do on this platform. There's a lot more to come on business side of it, but before you proceed further, there is time for some more mugs. Any idea how many Google+ users we have across the world? Any guesses? Any guesses? 300? 650? Wow, that's ambitious. 200? 130? Okay, two more guesses and the closest one wins. 270. There's some voice I heard 250. Who was that? Okay, so I have 3 so I can distribute. Well, so 250 million users, and it's one of the fastest growing platforms with this user base. And please raise your hands for this. Okay, and not only this, any guesses how many brands we have online on Plus Page? All of you know what Plus Page is, right? Plus Pages? Okay, I'll cover in detail, but any idea how many brands have their Plus Pages? Any guess? 100,000, okay. Okay, cool, so it's somewhere close to 1 million. So already 1 million plus brand pages we have across the globe on Google+. Okay, so why should you be on Google+? So there are other social platforms, you're doing a lot of things on that, you're doing a lot of things on search, social media marketing is already into your business, why should you still be on another platform? No, I'm asking you, I don't want you to read this slide. Why do you think, I mean, you have all used Google+, right? So that's what I figured out, almost 70–80% of you have used Google+. So as a user, have you ever been intercepted by any brand, or you found out that, wow, this is something I like about this brand, which he probably has not tried before? Any such experience? Well, good, then there is a lot of ground to cover for us. So what Google+ can do for you is better engagement, and you can be more and more relevant. And this is one thing every speaker on the stage has stressed, that our endeavor is to make web relevant for you and make information relevant for you. And this is the platform where we make brands relevant to you. And accountability. And there is a strong measurability, strong analytics backed by this product, and which will kind of help you reach out to your target audience in a better way. So this is what we say. Google Plus, as overall, if I have to represent, we say you can share and engage with your customers in a better way. You can promote, and you can measure your impact. So a lot of you have used the Hangout feature. So there are plus pages, there are circles. How many of you have used circles? So what do you use it for? To segregate, right? So as a business, our primary concern is, how do I reach out to target audience? And even if I reach out, how do I communicate the relevant information? This is where actually circles help us. So I'll tell you what Circle does for you. So for example, take an example, you have a coffee shop and you have a lot of kind of customers visiting you, right? Let's say one group who comes early in the morning, let's say a little aged group, they come to you after their morning walk and kind of take their morning coffee with the newspaper. So that's one group. Then around 11 o'clock in your coffee shop, you get like a very young crowd who come to do their assignments together. They sit, they chit chat, they have fun, and at the same time they do their assignment. And as a coffee shop owner, you want to communicate different promotions and different messages to these two groups. So how do you do it? And actually Circles enables you to do this. So for example, you have, let's say, early risers as a circle, and you say that all the guys who are coming to you after a morning walk, they're in that circle. And you want to tell them that if you come to my coffee shop before 8 a.m., I'll offer you a 15% discount. And let's say you don't want to give the same offer to the student community, but you want to attract them with something else and tell them probably that, okay, advantages of doing your assignment over a coffee. Let's say some interesting blog or some interesting article, and kind of motivate them to come together and do their assignments there. So this is what Circle helps you to do. And a lot of brands in India and abroad have actually taken advantage of this. Intel being a very good example. Intel in India, what they have done is they have created a plus page, and they have segregated their audience base into three. Let's say one is a tech-savvy audience, one is like an information seeker, and couple of other circles. So whenever you come and you like their page, they immediately take you to a circle depending on your interest area. And then you are becoming a non-spammy brand because you're only communicating the relevant topics to the relevant audience as you have segregated them already beforehand. And Hangout. So a lot of people actually use Hangout to do their assignments in colleges, I know. I mean, I used to study in ISB. Now I know a lot of people in their study group, they do assignments over Hangout. They just do it separately and then catch up and wrap it up. So this is a very interesting Hangout we had, which is Ra1 launch. So Shah Rukh and Kareena, actually they came on a Hangout and connected with the live fan following. Imagine the kind of impact, the kind of buzz you are creating as a brand if you are directly connecting to the audience at no cost. And I think Hangout was also covered in the morning as a part of product display. There's a feature called Hangout on Air, where you can actually broadcast yourself to as many users as you want. So it's like having the power of a channel, TV channel. It's as if you're running your own TV channel. You can put up any content and do like a live broadcast, and 250, 300, 400 people can watch you simultaneously. And this is where we say that you can promote your business, direct discoverability. Has anyone tried something with a plus prefix to search something? Let's say you do a plus Pepsi. Let's say you do a plus Intel. So what it does is actually takes you directly to your plus page, and it displays on top of your search ranking. So that way, if you have a plus page, the consumers can directly go to you with just using a prefix. I know it's actually the search pattern is not very popular now. One of our objectives is to kind of make it very popular among the consumer base so that the direct discoverability of the brands also increase. Plus ones. So you all would have done plus ones, right? Okay. Any guess how many +1 impressions we serve over the web every day? Come on, the number has to be big. Pardon? 500 million? No, that's too small. 5 billion, wow. So 5 billion is the number. Every day we serve that many +1 impressions. Also you would have seen a Google badge embedded in every website. So it's very easy. So you can just do a drag and drop and embed the Google Plus badge in your website, and then it links back to your Plus page. So what does the +1 do? So when you do a +1, let's say you have visited a restaurant and you really like their food or you really like their offer. So you go and visit their Plus page and say that, okay, I liked it. There are two things that happen, right? One, you can directly live stream it onto your Google Plus page, wherein it kind of gets populated in everyone's stream, whoever are your friends. Also, whenever somebody is looking for that restaurant, let's say somebody is looking for Italian restaurants in Hyderabad. Let's say Little Italy is there in Madhapur area or wherever, and 5 of your friends have visited there already. So in the search bar itself, it tells you so-and-so have +1 this. So how many times you wished you were in such a situation, let's say you want to take your wife or girlfriend out for a birthday party, and you're really looking for a very romantic dinner place, and you honestly don't know where to take her. And then you pick up calls and you ask your friends reluctantly, okay, I want to take my girlfriend out, can you suggest me a place or something? Imagine the power of word of mouth and the recommendation coming to you very subtly on the web. So once you do a search, it kind of not only tells you the recommendations like the +1s which your friends have done, it also tells you the live reviews and all what they have put in. And this is how it comes. So you can see like it will show you the photographs of your friends, whoever have +1'd it. So that's why I said it's just not a to-be destination, it's kind of a social spine, which is kind of making your experience, search experience better also. The search experience is not, we are trying to make it more human, like so that the computer doesn't throw up some result and you're clueless and the user is left on his own to figure it out. So our objective at one point of time is Google should be able to read your mind and kind of show your search results accordingly. So this is like the first step towards it. And we tie all the +1s together. So you would see +1s across the web, right? No matter whether you're running a paid ad, no matter you're running a display, mobile display ad where you have embedded +1, your G+ page, your website, wherever it is, wherever the consumers put a +1 on your business, everything automatically ties back to your Plus page. So if you see and go back to your Plus page, your +1 count would keep increasing. And so this is very simple. All you need to do is create a Plus page, put a Google Plus badge in your website, wherever you are, link, if you're running a paid ad, link your ad to your Google Plus page, which is very, very simple. So if you're running adverts, that is called an ad extension place where you can just go and put the URL of your Google Plus page. So whenever somebody clicks on your ad, like +1's your ad also, then it kind of populates back to your Plus page. And +1ing an ad, you don't pay anything. So it's absolutely free. So what we have seen through research is, if you are kind of having a Plus page, your CTR, so how many of you are acquainted with the term CTR? It's a click-through rate. So if you are running a paid ad, it's like how many impressions have been served vis-a-vis how many clicks you have received. So your click-through rate typically increases by 5 to 10%. Not by any other algorithm, but just by pure power of recommendation, the pure power of having a social presence also on the search environment. So if you are running a business and if you want to kind of cut your CPC and all that, this is like a tool for you. And this is like the best part of this platform. So you can measure actually what is happening on this. I mean, so if you have something called ripples. So in ripples, it actually tells you, let's say you posted something. Let's say you posted 15% discount on my coffee shop. And then let's say one user who is very loyal to you has gone, shared, reshared it 100 times. And then here you can see that this is actually the user who has done maximum word of mouth publicity for me. And definitely you want to reward him next time he visits your coffee shop, right? So imagine the kind of customer delight he will have next time he walks into a coffee shop after his morning walk, and you just have his regular coffee which he orders, and you just say that, sir, it's on us. It's complimentary, and as you have been a regular customer. So these are the kind of things you can do to delight your customer with this kind of analytics. And also you have a lot of webmaster tools where you can know where plus ones are coming from where. Is it your ad? Is it your website? Is it your mobile display ads? So all of that. And okay, so with this, there is another power coming to Google Plus, which is called Google Plus Local. So Google Plus Local now exists standalone as well as integrated with Google Plus. And what this does for you, we will just see with a small video. Can I have the video, please?
Burning like an open nerve, I'm running like a dog, all and only on. I don't know how come, but the effect of you on me is too much. Bro, it's like you're speaking code. I'm only 3 months sober, swear I'm so close to buying a bottle a day. Despite all my rage, I'm just a rat in a cage. Thoughts that come and crowd my mind, and they're never kind. It happens all the time, but it's just the hardest thing to do. So I guess it's goodbye, brother, goodbye, rock and roll. Guess it's goodbye to the only life I know. It's a shame you couldn't just say you were dead.
Well, so Google Plus is now very seamlessly integrated with all your products. No matter whether you are in G Plus or search or maps or mobile, this product is very, very closely integrated. So let's say if you are searching for a restaurant now, and now on the right side of your browser, you would see an automatic display of all that maps, his reviews, his photographs and everything. So imagine you don't even have to go to his page, his web page, to know about him. It's right there on the search bar itself, on the search page itself, you get to know about everything. And what we have done is we have given a lot of importance to photographs and the visual appeal of it, so that as a user you don't have to go through a lot of text and you get to know about reviews and photographs, whatever you want to see. Similarly for Google Maps. Google Maps you use day in, day out, right? Imagine your business is now so closely integrated with that. Somebody looking for it, it not only shows you the destination or the route, it also tells you how the business has been, what is their strength, how the users have rated them. So isn't this powerful? So as a business, if you have a presence on the web, and now you will be all over through this platform. And especially for mobile, it's even more powerful. Let's say, let's take the same example, Italian restaurants in Madhepur or Hyderabad. So now when you go there, on the local, when you search it, it automatically lists all the restaurants in terms of geographic proximity from the place you are searching for. So that is the geotagging. If you put your GPS on, it will actually tell you from geographic proximity 10, 15 restaurants, and it will also tell you how the restaurants have been rated, reviewed, or visited by your friends. So that is the algorithm which runs, which will show you the most relevant result. So let's say there is a restaurant which is very nearby you, let's say only 100 meters apart, but no friend has visited or it has never been reviewed or rated. However, there is a restaurant which is 1 kilometer away and it has been rated by 60 of your friends. So then, what would be the most relevant result for you? Is the one which is 100 meters away, or is the one which is 1 kilometer away which 60 of your friends have kind of rated? 1 kilometer one? Are you sure? Are you sure you want to go to a very trashy place just because it is nearby, especially with a kind of food? No, of course, right? You don't mind writing down like a kilometer where like 60 of your friends have liked it and you're sure about the food. So that's what relevancy is. And we can debate on what is relevant to you on what context, but the system tries its maximum possible intelligence to make it more and more relevant for you. So improve your discoverability, visibility, and relevancy on your Google+. So as I said, we have put in a lot of importance on photographs. So if you go to your Google+ page, there is something called a inner circle view. So it kind of gives you a 360 panoramic view of that restaurant. So for a couple of places, we have already piloted that in India. And also, if you see, there is a lot of importance now on photographs and reviews and all. So it will all be on your face. And if you want to review a restaurant or review a place or a business, it's like you get a simple form, 3-4 things you can fill in and you're done. More impactful reviews from your friends and people you know. Of course, we covered this. And also, there are a lot of recommendations from top reviewers in that locality and local experts and all that. So this is the power of Google+. And so before I open it up for Q&A, again, I want to reiterate it. Google+, we never want to have it as a to-be social destination. It's an experience that would tie up the whole Google philosophy, and that's where we are working towards. And the product is constantly evolving. Every day there is some addition, there is some improvement, and there is a lot more to come. There's a lot more interesting thing that is upcoming, so please keep a watch on it. So with that, I will open up for Q&A. If there is anything, I'm happy to take. Yeah. Can you use the mic, please? Not audible.
I thought the iOS app for Google+, you able to hear me? Yeah. The iOS app for Google+, I think is wanting in a lot of places. No?
Can you just lift the mic a bit?
Hello?
Yeah, better.
Sorry. Yeah, the iOS app for Google+, I find is really needing in a lot of places. Like, it is very deficient right now. So are you guys working on it to improve it to the whole usability of Google+, or are you like more tending to push people towards desktop use of Google+?
No, and answer is yes and no both. So we definitely don't want to kind of neglect that segment, but of course the user will evolve at a certain point of time, and a lot of focus has been into that evolution. And if you see consciously, we are not doing a lot on feature phones as Google. I'm saying that's as a philosophy because if you see the smartphone, it's kind of gradually replacing feature phones, and it will be irrelevant for us at a certain point of time. So there are trends, there are philosophies of company where they want to be. So I won't say that we're not working at all, but yes.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah.
See, initially when Google Plus was supposed to be introduced to the customers, there was much hype created. But when it came to, when it was released, it was not up to the mark when compared to other social sites.
Okay.
Do you agree?
So Google Place was launched with a...
Google Plus, I mean to say.
Plus, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you agree to this point?
No, so as I said, right, so we would not like to be compared with any other social media platform. As I said, we are not trying to position it as a to-be destination.
My
platform.
question, the reason for asking this question is, I don't see any relevance to the business. See, I'm here to, to learn new things, how to promote my company. I have a startup company, but I don't find any relevance like how to.
No, what startup you have?
Sorry?
What startup you have? What business are you into?
It's a training and development.
Training and development, right?
Organization.
Okay, so who's your target audience? What kind of training and development?
See, fresher pass outs.
Okay.
Initially I would like to train them, place them in my own company, and my payroll, outsourcing, everything, and anything.
So where do you think you can get hold of them over web? So typically it's like a teenager segment, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's your target audience. Mm-hmm. Where do you think they spend maximum of their time on web?
See, definitely Google. Like, your roots are set in the market. You're famous, you're known brand in the market. But when it comes to business point of view, I don't think Google Plus, how can it help me in terms of business?
So ultimately, what's your objective as a business, right? To connect to the end consumer. And wherever your end consumer is, if you're able to communicate your message, so you have a training course which is like awesome, which gives like a placement immediately after you pass out. If that's what you want to communicate to your target audience, where are the places you'll go for? So you do a lot of traditional media, as I can think of now, you'll probably go to colleges and kind of do a banner hoarding or do a print or whatever you're doing. In addition to that, if you have to reach to your relevant audience, where are the places you can think of? So that's where Google Plus is not a tool for businesses, right? That it's a product where I use it for business and I become successful. So you have to kind of be constantly involved with it to reach out and to communicate to your target audience who are coming on Google Plus. If you see the user base growth in last 6 months, whatever we have achieved, no other platform in the world has ever achieved that. So if your users are there, as a business, it makes sense for you to be there. That's what I would say. So the concepts we discussed, right? For example, circles. So you have, let's say, I don't know what kind of training you're running, and let's say you have one group which is like freshers. Let's say one group which are kind of passed out from your course, but are still not placed, we're looking for job. You only want to communicate all the job placement things which you come across to them, but you don't want to communicate the same to the fresher group because you are kind of targeting them to come to your course.
If you can just, throw one point on me, saying like, this is how you can use Google Plus for your business.
So create a plus page for you. Okay. Start connecting and joining your groups where you think your target audience is.
Apart from this, I'm sorry, I didn't get you.
Yeah. So next thing is, let's say Hangout is one thing which I said, Hangout on air. You can do a live demo of your class, a lecture session on this, and put a Hangout on air where 400, 500, 700 people are watching it.
Okay.
So it's like, the other alternative is you can put it on YouTube and kind of advertise and ask people to come and view. But at the same time, the live impact is always a lot better than a post view. So you can do that. You can do that Hangout on air. You can go to a college and say that this faculty, this great faculty, he is sitting out of Bombay and he's doing a Hangout on air for a class of audience in Delhi.
So basically we can say that, Google Plus is for the general audience, not for the business people.
So Google Plus is a user-oriented product, and businesses have to leverage it to connect to the user. It's not an AdWords where you would go and pay for paid placements. It's a user-oriented product at the end of the day. We want more users. We want 1 billion users. We want 2 billion users, and that's where it will make sense for businesses.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. You'll have to use the mic somehow.
I can stand. It's okay. I just wanted to know your opinion regarding what's the user experience, with brands in Google Plus, and what's the difference, on that compared to Facebook, for example. That Facebook has a really low, or at least compared to the Google Ads, it has a really low conversion rate because people get into Facebook to share with their friends, their family, colleagues, etc., but not to click on the brands, etc. So how do you think, that particular aspect it's taken into account in Google Plus?
Okay. So there's a fundamental difference between the way brands use Facebook versus you would use a Google Plus. Because on Facebook, you can do a direct targeting. I mean, you can do a paid placement. You can know whoever has liked your page or ad or whatever and directly target them. On this, there is no option of doing a paid placement or direct targeting. So you have to be a part of the conversation which is happening around. and then kind of encash on it. So that in Google, you are never appearing as a marketeer. It's not like your perception, a consumer's perception is never that there's a brand who is kind of intruding to my space and kind of trying to sell a product.
Sorry, what would you do if you were a brand in that sense? Because we are in the same position. Just saying that users are not there, let's say, to interact with brands, and as a brand, you have to have a much better interaction to actually get to your users in a better way. So what would you do being a brand?
See, at this point of time, it makes sense for me to be on both the platforms. Like, I'm not losing anything. And in a long run, probably, I would try to be more non-intrusive as a brand, because as I said, the web is being kind of blasted with a whole lot of information. At some point of time, as a user, you will be put off. And if you go to a social platform and you are displayed like 20 ads, and especially based on what you have searched on your browser, and you're seeing only those relevant ads for the next 5 days, you'd be really put off. Like, probably you'll kind of switch off your cookie or delete cookie and say that, no, I don't want to be on this platform. So, as I said, I mean, as a marketer, our objective is always to be non-intrusive. And that's where users have become very, very selective and very, very demanding these days. So in the long run, I would probably say investment on a non-intrusive media would make more sense. Yeah.
Do we get the App Store for Google Plus separately?
Apps?
App Store for Google Plus.
Yeah, so there are certain apps, as I said, we are evolving the product every day. There are certain apps which is available for Google Plus, which is very limited now. So we are going to open the API and apps, so there's a development going on. We will be opening it up soon. Yeah. Educational institutes? Businesses using Google Plus, yeah. So in India, if I talk about brands, like there are a lot of bigger brands who are using, like ITC. They did a specific launch of their men's fairness cream range only on Google Plus Hangout. So there is Intel, there is a lot of news channels, which is like NDTV, IBN Live and all that. They are using it very actively. There is educational institutes like your Aptech and NITI and all, they have also come onto this platform. So it's slowly and steadily gaining a lot of traction in India with a lot of big brands coming in. Then it's a matter of time where we have also small brands kind of following the wagon.
Yeah, so I get your point when you were saying that it's a non-intrusive medium and there are no paid ads. But conversely, for a brand that is just starting off, how do you, for example, if I want to start and build a page on Google Plus for my brand, how do I actually get people on board? Because then you're saying that it's not targeted to Google Plus users. So then you're actually using other mediums. I'm sure for ITC, NDTV, etc., it makes sense because they are, brand vehicles and they're spending outside anywhere. So for a small business that wants targeted people who are already on Google Plus to find me, because it makes sense and there's relevance, how do I attract the right crowd?
Okay, for a small business, we always suggest to start with your immediate circle. So no matter which business you are in, you would have at least a network of 500 to 1,000 odd people.
So then you have to go and tell them to sign up and join my circle, or I have to proactively add them to my circle?
You can proactively add them to your circle. All that they get is a notification and they have to just accept it.
You can't really mine people in terms of people can find you. There's no other way. I mean, you'll be lost.
At this point of time, no. So that's why I said you have to invest a lot of time as a brand to be a part of those conversations.
No, more than time, I also think it's money, right? Because if I don't want to spend on another cash-rich medium or a mainstream medium, I don't think I will get that kind of traction. Because even slowly and steadily, and I completely understand that it's non-intrusive, but beginning, the critical mass will take time to actually come, and they're probably relevant. They just don't know that I exist. So for example, they probably don't know that that coffee shop exists.
Okay. So that's where we are integrating your search. So people can find you. So for example, if you're looking for an Android phone, let's say, First thing you would do is go to a Google search bar and type in for Android phones. You will not go to any other platform, and the research has shown almost
Correct, I agree.
70 to 80%.
Yeah.
And no matter Samsung has a plus page or not, you don't know about it. But immediately on the search result, I'm sure the 6 degrees of separation is there. Somewhere somebody would have gone and liked them. So that's where you become visible.
So then so as Samsung, I'm hoping instead of me saying Android phone prices, my search has to come where, one of the searches is a Samsung Google Plus page. And then once I see it, I go and add them to my circle.
That's why I said, right, it's not only a plus page. So the plus is embedded everywhere. So you have a G Plus badge in your website, you have a mobile display ad. So wherever it is, so whichever search is appearing, if there is a plus page embedded in it, it will show you.
Right. But then does that mean that I have the user for future engagement because that was plus? Because I still need to add.
You still need to add. You still need to add users, but I'm saying your visibility, so you don't have to do a lot of direct advertisement to be visible because it's always seamlessly integrated with other products. Like Maps I showed, like Google search bar. So if somebody is looking for a coffee shop, take that example, and looking for maps, so you're always there.
Right. So I guess that you're capitalizing on the other.
Yeah. So it's, as I said, it's the ecosystem. It's never a destination.
Oh, no. Okay.
I wanted to ask, are you guys working on easing out the platform a bit? Because as from the interface point of view, you said it's evolving. For evolving people like us, maybe who are in their 30s, maybe it's easy for them to kind of understand the platform, they can spend time to get used to the platform. For people who are 35 plus or maybe 40 plus, I see like people who are around me, my elder sister is there. She struggles with the platform in terms of like she logged onto it. And by default, it's very different from a normal social networking page. So are you guys working on trying to kind of bringing it out, or you want people to be there, that that motivation has to be there to be on Google Plus, then only people should be there?
No, so the interface, if you see, has changed a lot over the last 1 year. And there is a lot of cross-product integration that has come. And I don't think our interface is going to change to make it look like a social platform. That we will never do. But yeah, there is constant evolution and things will keep changing, and Google's philosophy is always to make it simple. That's why when you go to Google, you just see white spaces with the search bar, nothing else. So that's where things will work out to be some point of time.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
I just have a,
Yeah.
I just have a follow-up question to that. You mentioned earlier that you don't like to be compared to Facebook or any of the other social networking sites. But here where you're leveraging the user creating content and the user actually promoting a particular, say, +1 page, aren't you almost directly in competition with all these other sites at the same time? Take Facebook. I mean, primarily with Facebook, you have 2 options. And won't people gravitate much more towards Facebook?
Okay, so that's a choice we leave with user, right? So if the platform is relevant enough for you, you will come in. At this point of time, there is no monetization on this platform, and the pure focus is on user experience. And so whether we are getting compared or whether we are putting a product feature which is directly in kind of competition with whatever is available on other social media platforms, that's something we can't help it.
Then is there is there a understanding that there has to be a further incentive given for the user to choose Google Plus over some other medium? Some other incentivization has to be done?
See, the incentive for the user is always content. And we will focus a lot more going forward in content, in the right content, having the right people. For example, so there's brands whoever are coming in, for example, Ra.One launch, where Shah Rukh Khan and Kareena Kapoor came on a live hangout. It was a frenzy. I mean, we got like thousands and thousands of requests to join the hangout. So it's that content that created the buzz, right, that forced people to come onto that platform. So there is going to be a lot more focus on these kind of things, like making the content more relevant, rather than giving a direct incentive to the user for choosing between any platforms.
Okay, thank you.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so apart from promotions and advertising, does Google Plus also have plans for brands to allow direct marketing or e-commerce side of activities? Any future plans of that sort?
See, at this point of time, no. However, I can't comment. There could be a lot of developments coming in, but I'm not authorized enough to comment on that now. Right. So, yeah, to answer your question, as I said, it's an evolving product. There are a lot of bells and whistles which will get added to it. At this point of time, we don't have it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Hello. I have one more question. What is the Google approach towards the spam, on Google Plus? There are people posting up the URLs. They just want you to come to their blog.
Okay.
No matter whether, I don't know what the content in that blog, they just give up the URL, I just click it and I go there. So what is the approach for Google?
We've been always ruthless to spams, and we will continue to be, no matter what product it is, whether it is mail or whether it is Google Plus or whatever. So our endeavor has always been to reduce that. So whenever we come across such spurious content and all, we definitely remove it. And there's a lot more debate going on in the country level also about content on the web and all that. So, yeah.
I have a small question. Google Plus is a social networking site, right?
It's not.
Why?
That's what I've been telling you for last 1 hour. It's not a social networking site.
But it is compared to Facebook and Orkut, Twitter and everything, right?
So the users, the media, they can choose to compare whatever with whatever. We don't have a say on that. But as I said, so if it's a social media, typical social media platforms are a to-be destination. You want the users to come in there, interact, do some engagement. So as I said, Google Plus, as a philosophy, we are tying it seamlessly across our product portfolio. So wherever you are, you see a value.
Okay, then what do you call Google Plus as? Like, is it only a product of Google like all the others? Or is it an individual concept? Or it's not a social networking site as you said? So what do you call it?
It's an utility for you, if I can put it that way. So it helps you to do your things in a better way on web. It helps you connect better. It helps you do your business better. So for example, if you see now Google Plus and YouTube, they are very seamlessly integrated. So if you're watching a YouTube video and you don't want to watch it alone, and then you can invite 7 of your friends and make it live. 7 of you can watch it simultaneously.
Then that's what is networking, right? That's what is social networking. It's sharing things.
It's not a social networking, right? It's like having your experiences shared across the web. You can call it social, or you can call it individual, whatever you choose to be. I mean, if you choose to call it a social network because you are connecting with people.
It's not choosing to call it a social network. I'm just, it is a social network to say, because the concept is to share the things. Yeah. That's what social network is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, so honestly, I can't debate on that. So users are free to name it whatever way they want. So
there is no
I expressed
term.
Our point of view. We can debate it, we can refute it. So I will keep it offline, we can discuss. So we have one more question, right? Okay, one more question, we will wrap up.
Thank you.
Yeah, in this time, organic results, the social relevance in the net is increasing. I have 2 websites of same products, same competitors. One website have a 500 to 600 impression in the other social networks, and one website at 400 to 500 websites likes in the Google Plus. As a social relevance, which is you choose in the organic results?
So it depends on the kind of business you are in, right? So if you
there are the same competitors in same business.
Yeah, I'm saying if you are in a business where people kind of look for your business more on a search platform than a social platform, then of course Google Plus relevancy helps you a lot better. So for example, the electronics thing I was talking about, you would never go and search for electronics on a social platform. And if you're into that business, and if you have got a Google Plus fan following, it definitely gives you an advantage when people are looking for you.
Okay.
But if you are, let's say, in a fashion segment, I mean like a niche fashion segment, and where people actually need a lot of visual appeal and a lot of engagement, and probably some other social platform makes sense for you.
How it affects end user? If something other social networking have 700 likes for a website, not a page, website likes. Google Plus badge in my website, it have 400. Maybe you're the Google. It's a Google Plus is your product. You prefer your website. That's Google Plus has.
No, it's not. So the search ranking, let me clarify here. The search ranking is decided on a lot of factors. It's not only
present. Nowadays, I observed it 3-4 months back and observing that if a topic in the most relevant in the social networks,
yes,
that is in the top in the results.
Yes. So that's what I'm saying, that if you are on a Google Plus platform and you have 400 people who have liked your Plus page, the organic ranking could be higher because that search result is more relevant for you. At this point of time, how this algorithm treats a Facebook like versus a LinkedIn like or whatever it is, there is no preferential treatment of a Google Plus over the algorithm.
Most of the customers choose another site.
But I can answer the question. Yeah.
Like you said, it's a website, right? Websites never depend upon likes of Facebook or Google Plus. It actually depends upon the SEO, right? Am I right?
That's what I said. Organic ranking is not decided by your likes, it's decided by a lot of other factors.
Yeah.
So,
I observed in recent trends. One topic is in the latest movie, something. A comment is that it have a more Google Plus likes. Only one comment. It will appear on top.
No. So we will take it offline because in the interest of the time. But let me clarify here, there is no such preferential treatment given at this point of time. It depends on a lot of other factors. Your organic ranking is not decided by likes. It also depends on what you're searching for, what your friends or user groups have done and all that. So we can take the specific case and I'll be able to explain you why is it appearing on your this thing. Okay, so thank you for being so patient and thank you for being so participative. So anything I'm out there, please contact me.
I think the man who talks a lot with the marketing money deserves a big hand. Let's give it up for the gentleman out here. Okay, as I told you, the hashtag GIndia is still on. Make sure you send in your tweets. G+, make sure you post pictures and make sure you go on and on with the conversation on G+, because at the end of the day, we're going to have 4 winners who are going to walk back home with a gift voucher for sure. If you're just seated out there, if you're using net onto your phones, just log in, type in whatever it is. You just saw the session. Whatever you feel, post it. It's all about sending in, let the world know what it is. Okay, we have a small little trivia. This trivia is going to give you a chance to win these mugs as well. I think, yeah, sushi mugs. This trivia is, make sure you just put your hand up for it. You just put your hand up for it and I'll come up to you. And it's nothing to do with anything else. It's just a general, because I'll tell you the reason why I'm going to do this. Because you have no idea. Because the reason we're going to do this is, you'll get to know the reason in just a bit. Question, if you know the answer, just put your hand up. I'll come up to you. Do not throw your answers. I'll just come up to you. It's very simple. The first question is, how many cities is Google G-Day India happening in? Just put your hand up. Do not open your mouth. Do not open your mouth. I need the names of the city. 1. Wait. I need the names of the city, and I need the dates. Which dates are we doing in? Or which days we did? Lovely. Now I love the hands. Okay. You? You don't have the names? Dates, okay. Anyone? Journey, how you take? Journey is very difficult, sir. Anyone? You? Come on out, come on out. You want to try? Don't check onto the page there, man. I know we're giving you the net there, but still. Okay. Yes, sir, come on out. Quick, quick. And the guy with the white glasses, come. Come. And meanwhile, people check online. Quick. Okay. What's your name? Anand. Name the cities in the order and just tell me the dates. Oh, name the city and the date.
Chennai, June 23rd.
Poda. 23rd, it seems, directly. Come here. Quick. Yes. What's your name?
Mayank.
Okay, Mayank.
Chennai, it was 15-16.
Oh. Anyone? You already checked on the kids. Just remember once again, asking them. He's on the call. Run, sir. Run. Quick. Yes. Name the cities.
Chennai, July 19 to 20.
Perfect.
Bangalore, August 2, 3rd.
August?
2.
Okay, 2nd and 3rd.
This one, Hyderabad.
Hyderabad dates.
August 20 and 21st and 22nd.
Okay. Okay, next.
Next is
Hey, why will we go back to Bangalore again, man? Mumbai. Okay, Mumbai dates? Don't feel shy, man. Okay. Can we have a big hand? At least he spoke out 3 out here. Lovely. Anyone? Tell me the next 2 cities. Where are we off to? Come on out. Quick. Run. If you know the answer, run. Okay. Delhi is
4th and 5th of September.
4th and 5th of September. Yes.
Is 11th and 12th.
September. What's happening in Delhi?
The same thing as here.
What is the same thing? Google?
Google Plus.
What is this day called?
G-Day.
G-Day. Okay. Brought to you by?
Google.
That's it? Name the sponsors.
FNB.
FNB is food and beverage, man. For sponsors, it seems. Come here. Can you have a big hand for him, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much. All right. I have one last question. If you know these answers, I'm going to give you, I think, not one. I think we're going to take 2 more. The 2 more is, this is a very simple question where we say, which is the largest spoken language in the world? If you know the answer, put your hand. I need the perfect name. Okay, you've answered. Yes. You want to answer? Come. It's just because the lady is being showing either this man or this man or this man or this man. She's sitting in the center. Okay.
Is it como estas?
I'm not. Don't ask me. Is it? I'm asking you. Spanish. Sit down. Thank you. Not you again. You sit down. Shh. Do not throw the answer. Just put your hand up. Yes. Do not throw the answer. Just put your hand up. Yeah. Anyone? Okay, you can tell, I know, but sit down. I don't want to give you a chance for this one. I know you know this. Yes, I'll ask you, sir. Come on. Come. Yes, sir.
Mandarin.
What Mandarin? Yeah, say Chinese Mandarin, no? Okay. Can we have a big hand for the gentleman? Lovely. Come. No. Okay. Final question. That's going to be the local flavor question. And the final question is, thank you so much. This is for you. Who was the first Nawab of Hyderabad? Not I know that. That's just kidding. Okay. This session is going to end with what prizes? I told you the 4 reasons. I told you the 4 categories. What are the 4 categories we're going to give you the prizes with? I told you just before I started this, I spoke about those 4 categories. If you know the answer, just put your hand up. I told you you're going to get 4 gift vouchers. We're going to have 4 winners who are going to win gift vouchers. You? Come. Come. Okay. Which are those 4 categories?
Best tweet.
Best tweet?
Number of retweets.
Okay, hold on. Anyone else? Before you sit there and listen to it. Man. Okay, tell me.
The best Google Plus post and
Google?
Plus post.
Okay.
Best for a picture on Google Plus.
Best picture on Google Plus or Twitter? Choice is yours. Quick. Google Plus. All right, that's absolutely right. Can you have a big hand for the gentleman out here? Thank you. Okay, we have a surprise for you. The surprise is... okay, my cue cards are there. The surprise is the next speaker who's going to speak and is going to present to you is the business in India are going online. And we're here someone who's played a major role, of a very active role in the process. Please join me to welcome the gentleman. You know him, you've seen him. Put your hands together once again for Swagat Sarangi, Marketing Manager. That's the reason I give you a break, because we wanted him to come back again. Don't worry, I'm not going to ask you the questions. Completely all over to you. And let me remind you once again, hashtag is going to be the hashtag GIndia. Hashtag GIndia. Get into tweets, the best tweet, best retweet, most number of conversation, and the best picture on Google+. Make sure you keep tweeting in, because we're going to have our officials are going to monitor this, and at the end of the day, we're going to have 4 lucky winners who are going to win some gift vouchers. Over to you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks, Abbas. Okay, so I'm back again, and now we are going to talk about some more about business. I know a lot of you were disappointed with Google Plus and me not agreeing that we want to be compared with any other social media platform, but apart from that. So how many of you have heard Get India Business Online campaign? Okay, anyone? So I have cups. Okay, I have cups left. So anyone who can describe it in one word? One word, and I mean it. Pardon? Business? Easy. Okay, grow. Experience. Visibility. Free. Okay, so last try. I'm going to give it to the closest one, and that's going to be my call, and you can't question and go to any court. So it's not under the restriction of any court. So let me make it clear. Pardon? Visibility. Okay, who had said visibility? Okay, here it is. Okay, so in Google we call it a revolution, because this is something we have done with pure intention of evangelizing the whole space, especially the way small and medium business sector is in India. So today morning, Karthik kind of gave a brief snapshot of how many businesses are online, how many overall businesses we have in India, registered, unregistered. So do you remember how many businesses, small and medium businesses we have in India? 35 million? Okay. If I say 47 million? No? How do you know 35 million? Who said that? Somebody said that in the morning, and now I'm saying no, it's not 35, it's 47. Okay, so that's still a mystery which everyone is trying to solve in this country, because we have so many indigenous entrepreneurs out here, and so many are registered, so many are unregistered. It's really difficult to figure out. However, the official quoted number by MSME is 35 million. We say that if you include the small-time entrepreneurs, it will be about 47 million. So that's what is our Google internal estimate. So with this, I'll just kind of briefly touch upon whatever you've been told so far since morning, that in India we have reached an inflection point in terms of internet users, 120 million internet users. It's now the third largest internet market, and probably some point of time going to be the second largest. 140% growth rate in local search queries. This is very interesting phenomena. As I was telling you that even in a city like Bhubaneswar, Coimbatore, people are increasingly searching for local information. Let it be on desktop, let it be on mobile. So as a business, if you are there, it becomes necessary for you to be having a presence in some of these platforms. Extensive online user interest in products and services. So we kind of ran a research internally, and we figured out that 53% of the people, they actually look for new products and services over the internet. And a lot of people, and Karthik also shared you the auto industry report we had published some time back. 54% people changed their brand preference after doing an online search. E-commerce, of course, is coming up with many Indian players also being very successful, and now online becoming a preferred medium for marketing. And that's why we are here today talking about digital marketing, social media marketing, and a lot of other stuffs. But how does it affect me as a business? I mean, I know fine, internet is growing, but what exactly do I do as a business? That gentleman asked a very relevant question. That fine, you're telling me all this, but as a business, tell me exactly 1, 2, 3 things I need to do. I don't understand this jargon, this language, and that's what is the irony in this sector. A lot of people, because of the background or because of the exposure, do not understand the power of this medium. And that's where, as Google, we said that it's our obligation, it's our responsibility to build a space. So if you see now that 47 million number we are talking about, how does it stack up? The 3 major sectors, which is your retail, manufacturing, and services, almost taking the largest share of the pie, and retail almost like 50%. So when I talk about retail, I also talk about those mom and pop stores, like those Kirana stores which are out there in your neighborhood. And now, from that 47 million, if I go to SMEs which have more than 11 employees, the number drastically reduces to 1.3 million. So imagine how many small sectors we have in this country, almost like from a 47 million to 1.3 million drop. And so now out of the 47 million, we said that let's identify sectors, let's identify organizations which have at least more than 5 employees working and can take benefit of this web revolution. So the number estimation was roughly about 12 million for us. And then out of that 12 million, we said that certain verticals, it doesn't make sense for them at all to be online. And then we said that the verticals which kind of matter, let's say about 8 million businesses who can get benefited from having a web presence. And the solid state of matter is only 400,000 websites are there. In fact, it will be wrong to say that 400,000 websites. It's just that 400,000 businesses have some form of web presence. So that could be a small blog site, that could be a listing in some B2B portal, that could be your own website. Out of that, if you see the functional websites which the businesses are actually using is 100,000. So just look at the penetration from like a 47 million number to a 100K website. And that's why we said that how does this kind of 8 million stack up again? Again, some verticals being predominant, which is again retail, professional services, and manufacturing. Also, there were a couple of upcoming verticals, which was education, real estate, and travel. So if you look at e-commerce, kind of travel takes the largest pie of it. And we said that these 6 verticals, there is something definitely we can do to kind of take them advantage of this internet economy. And that's when we launched this program called Get India Business Online. So it's actually termed as GXBO within Google. X stands for the country we are in. And India was the 19th country where we launched this program. So this is a global initiative for us. We have already launched it in 22 countries as we speak now. India was the 19th country. And we launched it sometime in last November and with a large scale event in Delhi where we had invited Mr. Jairam Ramesh, the then Rural Industry Minister, And within the opening itself, like within first 30, 40 seconds of opening, we got so many queries, our server was almost about to crash. So that's the gap we had in the market, and we never realized it. And then when we came in, and we never expected the kind of results we saw through this. Today, we have published 100,000 websites. Imagine within just 7, 8 months, from November till August, like 9, 10 months, we have almost doubled the ecosystem. From 100K relevant websites to another 100K we have added, and the journey is on. And our objective is sometime to reach about 500,000. So with that, I'll just play a small video to give a brief of what this program is all about.
Imagine your business without a phone. These days, having a website for your business is just as important as your phone. Imagine how many customers are missing you and how many customers you are missing just because you're not online. India, it's time to get your business online. That's why Google and HostGator have come together to get Indian businesses online, because going online will help customers find you easier and faster. IndiaGetOnline.in provides you a free website with a .in domain name and hosting, free email addresses, free telephone support, plus other tools and resources to help you succeed online and help customers find you. There's no cost, no time, no trouble, and it's just 3 easy steps. So, whether you're a tours and travels operator, manage a retail business, run a school, or are into medical equipment, going online is the best thing for your business. Ready to get your business online? Get your free website today in just 3 easy steps at www.indiagetonline.in.
So as somebody was saying, it's totally free. It's free, fast, and easy. Within 15 minutes, you will be able to create a website of your own, a very professional looking website. All you need to do is go, fill in some basic information, kind of select your industry, have a template ready, then drag and drop, change your text, change your picture, and publish it. You are live and your website is ready. So we have seen businesses coming online in half an hour, 15 minutes to half an hour. Trust me, go back and you try. Within half an hour, you'll be able to create a website. So what do we offer as a part of this platform? We offer you a free .in domain. We offer you free hosting services for 1 year, absolutely free. Then apart from that, there are a lot of bells and whistles, like you get your analytics account integrated into it. You get your apps account created where you get in 10 free email IDs on your domain. And you also get a lot of email chat support to kind of help you create your website. So as I was telling you, our objective is to kind of bring 500,000 website up by the end of probably 2013. That's where we're looking at. And we are on track and we're confident we'll do it. So we have tied up with a couple of partners here, which is HostGator and ICICI Standard Chartered Bank, to reach out to SMEs, to help them, to help understand their requirement a lot better. And we are kind of growing strong. And if you look at this, this is where we capture the stories across the country. As I told you, we have already 100K plus signups, and we are present across 7850 cities. So it's not only a metro phenomena. We have penetrated into the true India, the real India, your tier 2, tier 3 towns, where businesses probably were not aware or didn't have an opportunity or didn't have the bandwidth to go sit with a professional services guy and kind of create a website. This is just has given them wings. And now if you see adoption across verticals, we are also surprised to see this vertical split. We thought that maybe it will be from the same verticals, which is again retail, professional services and all. But if you see in our top 5, 6 verticals, we have industrial, agriculture, and education. They are the maximum who created and who got benefited out of this. And probably an industrialist or an agriculturist never thought of having a website, because probably he thought that the money he's going to spend on it, who is going to maintain it, why should I have it? He couldn't have those answers. But when we made it free, available for him at his doorsteps, they were just out there. So all you need to do is go to www.indiagetonline.in. and 3 easy steps. So I'm going to play a video which is going to show you how can you create a website here. So it's that easy. So you just go kind of look for the domain you want to have your website. Once it is available, then just input basic information. So you need to have a company identification number or a PAN or TAN number. That's where it gets verified with. On one PAN or TAN, we can have only one domain blocked. Then you go select your template, then do a drag and drop, your photographs, your text, whatever you want to. Then go kind of click publish, you are live. And this is the example of a lot of websites which have been created by the businesses on their own without any professional help. And also, so we have built like a ecosystem of digital marketing agencies through another program, we call it Google Engage, where they can also help you out, and of course they will charge you something in case you need help. You can always reach out to them. They will help you out and kind of create your website for free. So after 1 year, you can continue recharging your, renewing your domain, or you can choose to shift it to any other domain service provider you want. And we have worked the best of the deals with our partners so that it is available to you at the cheapest of the cost. With that, I come to the end of my presentation and we open up